Hey out there, legal warriors. Why is it so hard to find a good attorney? I'm going to answer that question and give you some tips so you can try to get the legal help that you need. If you're interested in this area of the law, stay tuned. This is the video for you. My name is Attorney Lance Fryrear. I'm a defense attorney in Linwood, Washington. My law firm has been defending people charged with crimes all throughout Washington state for more than 20 years. I'm putting out these videos to help educate the public. So if you find this useful, please like and please subscribe. More people will get to see it and more people will get the help they need. And I'm just going to jump right into it. Why is it so hard to find a good attorney? I'm going to let you define what a good attorney is, but hopefully you can look at ratings and reviews and years of experience. But I think nowadays, especially post-pandemic, it's pretty hard to find any service individual, and especially good ones. And so why it's so hard is because we're in really high demand and under a lot of stress due to sort of unprecedented uh, difficulties in the world, right? Attorneys deal typically with problems that need to be solved, and there's more conflicts with people than ever: criminal attorneys, family law attorneys, transactional attorneys. There's more stuff going on that needs to be solved because a lot of people are upset in the world. And so it's even going to be harder to find a good attorney than in the past. So, what are some tips, right? What are some tips to try to find, to try to get the attorney that you want? Let's say you identified who you think is a good attorney. How do you get them to pay attention? How do you get them to take your case? Now, the cynics out there will say, just throw a bunch of money at it, wave money, and the attorney will come running. And, there's a reason why that stereotype exists, but it's not always true. For example, my firm, we have plenty of people who want to hire us, and when they have money to hire us, but we may not have time, or it may not be the type of case that we want. And so, and also we may just be so busy that even though we have high standards of getting to potential new clients, we also have human limitations. So I think tip one is be persistent. Okay? Be persistent. If you call a law firm, or you text a law firm, or you email a law firm that you're interested in, and they don't get back to you right away, don't give up on the first try. I can say that the best possible firms, we're buried in inquiries wanting help. And so, if you reach out and you don't hear back right away, try again. And that's the first tip. The second tip is be nice. Okay. I've got some very amazing, for example, some very amazing intake people that answer the phone, and they're sweet, smart, caring people, but they can get worn down too. So be kind to the person answering the phone. Hey, I really, really appreciate you all trying to help me. I would love to see if you could take my case. Here's what my situation is, and thank you so much for taking my call. As a potential new client, is going to get a lot more advocacy from the intake people to have us attorneys get back to them than someone that's like, I want to talk to the attorney. No, I don't want to. No, just talk to the attorney. Why haven't you returned my call? X, Y, Z. So you can. So the good attorneys out there, the ones that maybe you're wanting that are in higher demand, we don't want to work with difficult clients if we can avoid it, because our life is already hard enough, right? So tip two, I think, is be nice. Okay. Tip three is ask for what you want. Right? It's so hard for us to ask for what we want. But if you do get this attorney on the phone, let's say a family law case as opposed to a criminal law case, know what you're asking for. Because the more effort the attorney has to, or the intake staff has to do to figure out what it is you need, you're going to be less desirable as a potential client if someone's already swamped with inquiries and trying to help, right? So, hey, I really need just a parenting plan adjustment, and here's the specifics of what I need. That took very little energy for the intake person or the attorney to try to decide if they could help you. A criminal law example where it's sort of the opposite. My cousin just got arrested. I don't know what for. I don't know where they're at. And I don't even know when it happened, but please help me. Now, what do you think my staff is going to do with that if we're already swamped with calls? That's going to go into a Slack channel that says all that. It's going to get tagged to me and some other attorneys, and we're going to look at it and go, I don't have the time or energy, given that were in demand to figure that out. I would have maybe 10 years ago, right? And so maybe if that's you and you don't know enough, about what's going on, try to find out a little more, so it's easier for us attorneys out there to decide, if we can help or not, because we're not getting paid to sort through these cases and decide who we can help or not. And so there's a limited amount of energy we have to do that, and we don't have to get paid to do everything. Is my point. But when you're trying to help actual clients that have actually retained you, it's harder to put in a huge amount of energy trying to figure out details that hopefully the caller should already know, if they're going to be the type of person that is easier for a law firm to take on as a client, right? I think tip number 4 when calling around is try to call for the right jurisdiction, right? You might find a good attorney, but that good attorney is located in Linwood, Washington. They might have a hard time taking a case in Spokane, right? And you might want to take a look at their website, but you want to try to find an attorney within 2 or 3 counties at least of the area if you're more likely to get them to take your cases. Otherwise, they may not be able to take your case, and you might be wasting some amount of time in energy, because it's not easy to call an attorney and call for help. You might be wasting some time and energy, calling someone who's too far away, and always you got to call someone in the same state, right? Thanks to YouTube, we get a lot of calls and we help a lot of people. I'm very grateful for everyone that watches these videos, but we also get a lot of calls from people we can't help, right? People calling from Indiana or Georgia or New York or Western Australia. We get a few of those. So definitely, if you want to get that good attorney, try to make sure that they're in the same jurisdiction or close enough, several counties over, and you'll have a better chance that they'll be able to help you. And I think finally, the 5th thing, the 5th tip, and I've covered this in another video, if you really want to get that great attorney to help you, ask them how they can be a great client, right? I could call up, hey, Miss Great Attorney, I'm Lance and I need some help. I really love your reviews. I am really grateful for any assistance you could get. And I want you to know up front, I know your job is hard and you have a lot of clients. How can I best communicate with you and help you help me? Because I respect what you do and I really want to work together so we can get the good result that I need as a potential client. Now, you may not have to go that far, but if you hear someone tuned in from all the people that are calling to help, you hear someone tuned in and understands that we're all humans and we're all on the same team and we're trying to accomplish the same result of providing help, that's a client that we're going to come running towards instead of running away from if they sound the opposite. So I hope this has been helpful to some degree. Some of it's common sense, but if you've never dealt with an attorney, we just might think like, we're heartless, soulless creatures. We're not. Attorneys are in the helping profession, and realize that you want to treat each other and we want to treat you in a way that we can work together and get you the help that you need. So if you find this useful, please like and please subscribe. More people will get to see it and get the help they need. And more importantly, if a criminal case in Washington State, feel free to give my office a call. We've been doing this more than 20 years. We'll listen to what happened. We'll identify a way forward, and we will be there for you. Thank you.